It's the destination where every dancer dreams of, and that is the iconic Blackpool Tower. And that's where it was this week, as we had the top six all competing in the Blackpool ballroom in the Blackpool Tower, basically for the as a it's a yearly tradition, to be honest. And let me tell you, it was absolutely spectacular. It was a great show, and nobody was sent home, which we'll get onto in just a minute. But it was such a great show. No one went home. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into the Blackpool special recap and review. So, if you guys have been reading this past week, that unfortunately Lavoie had to was unable to perform on Blackpool Week due to a foot injury, but it was also revealed on the show that she had to withdraw from the competition, which I am absolutely gutted about, as I absolutely loved Lavoie and Aliash. They were both fantastic together. But with that, it meant that nobody would be going home, which honestly I think was definitely the right call, as I think it would be very unfair if they were to send someone home again, and getting a two-person finale, even though I think that would have been a bit iffy. But I'm very glad that we've got. It was a non-elimination. No one went home, and I'm very happy with that. But yeah, it was, and I mean, I've got to say, this episode was absolutely fantastic. Everybody brought it. Like, for me, this was probably one of the most competitive episodes of the series. So this was absolutely phenomenal to watch. And of course, it's the Blackpool special. Every year they perform in the Blackpool Tower, which is just incredible. I've never been to Blackpool ever, so I'm probably missing out on quite a few stuff there. But yeah, it was a fantastic episode. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into the review. Starting off the night, we had Lewis and Katia, who's my favourite in the competition, and has been since the very beginning. And where do we begin with this guy? Because he's just too phenomenal, to say the least. So, he did the Charleston to I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor by the Arctic Monkeys. I love the Arctic Monkeys. And this scored a full mark. They got a score of 40 to open up the show. First dance of the night, they got a 40. And let me tell you, I at this rate, I've got no other words to describe how phenomenal he is, because every single performance he's done has been absolute top notch. And I'm going to say this now. I think he is one of the greatest contestants the show's ever had. The pleasure, basically that just he is just every honestly. I said this since the beginning, that he has brought it every single episode. It's just, oh my, and the whole routine was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, so it started off playing snooker, which I don't really play snooker. The only snooker players I know are um, Ronnie O'Sullivan, Stephen Hendry, and the other one, Mark Selby. That's the only three I know. But oh my gosh, this was absolutely phenomenal. Just the whole routine, it was so well synchronized. The swivels were incredible, and even one point he did like a backflip through Katia's legs. I think. Just trying to see what that was. Looking back, was it? Yeah, he did a flip, like a somersault. That was so epic. I'm I mean, I don't know what else to say here other than he is just absolute world class. And for me, if he does not win the Strictly this year, there is something seriously, seriously wrong, because he is absolutely phenomenal. And again, I'd be amazed if he doesn't win it, because I just think he's just incredible, and I've got nothing else to say other than just incredible. Just it was perfection. So let's just move on before I get carried away. Next up, we had Balvinda and Julian doing the Argentine tango to the logical song by Supertramp. I love Supertramp, and that's a great song as well. They got a score of 33 by the judges, and I would have given this an 8 myself. I would have given this 8. I do think but honestly, I do think this was a bit undermarked, to be honest. And, this was, I mean, the whole routine I thought was her best performance. The way she took command of the stage, the production value was there. And she's really a fighter. She's really been the underdog throughout the competition, really bouncing back from the bottom, despite being in the bottom. And this was just perfectly connected to each other, both of them. Yeah, she is came honestly. Honestly, this girl has came far, has come so far since week one, and this was one of her best. And I don't know what to say other than this was her best performance she's done so far. I keep saying that for every routine she's done, but it really is true. It's just, it was so smooth. It was so well choreographed. And this is how an Argentine tango should be, where there's intimacy, connection, tenderness, all that juicy stuff. Is just honestly, it was just amazing, and this honestly makes up for this kind of makes up for Vicky's elimination, because this is, I didn't expect it to be so good, but oh my gosh, it just shows how great she's gotten throughout the past few weeks. And wow, it was just fantastic. And I do think the judges underscored on this one, in my opinion. Actually, no, I would have given this a 9. Actually, I'll take that back. I would have given this a 9. I stand by that. And yeah, I thought, you know. Yeah, that's what I have to say. But this was just absolutely fantastic, and I'm very excited to see what she does next week, as it's really on before the quarterfinals. So it's very exciting for that. Next up, we had Amber and Nikita doing the quick step to Reach by S Club 7. Personally, I'm not a massive fan of S Club 7. I've heard that song too many times, to be honest, and it's probably getting to my nerves now. Like, for me, S Club 7 kind of reminds me, like, the type of thing that would be on. If anyone remembers High Five, it was basically an Australian kids TV show called High Five, and it's basically the Australian version of Milkshake, which is a children's TV series they have in the morning on Channel 5. If you know, you know. If anyone in the UK, you'll probably know. If anyone else, like in America, you probably won't know what that is. So they did the quick step to that, and they got a score of 9s on the board, and I would have given this a 9 myself. And I thought when Nikita went overboard with the lifts on the salsa, but that quick step was jam. This quick step for me was jam packed with content. You know, just you know, and I think Amber's the only contestant to score a 9 or 10, from every judge for the last couple of weeks now. So has it been like 2-3 weeks or something? I don't know, but I just love the whole routine. I love the way they covered the whole floor with the choreography was really creative, and I love the whole setting of it as well. The music was there, and the whole theme was like kind of under the sea. Like there was seahorses there. There was wow. This was just everything. Like her gracefulness on the floor, and just everything about her is just fantastic. And again, Nikita. Again, and there was even at one point when Amber went across the dancers' backs. That was epic, and this was definitely. I don't know what to say. It was just amazing. It was fantastic to watch, and I think to see where she's came from since week one, because of her replacing Danny Dyer at the last minute. Honestly, deserves massive respect, and I really do respect her a lot. So, I mean, this was just a fantastic quick step overall, and I'm very glad she made it through. Is she gonna be? Could she be a finalist? I could definitely see that, but with there being 3 finalists, I think Lewis is definitely the biggest lock. I think Karen is very likely to make it through, which we'll get onto in a minute. But it's between her and someone else, which we'll get onto a little bit later on. But this was still a great performance nonetheless. Next up, we had probably the biggest shock of the night in terms of how good this was, and that is Karen and Carlos's Paso Doble to Orfutana by Carl Orff, if that's his name. He's basically and I believe it's one of those bits of music you hear in the other. I've heard it so many times. Orfutana. I was O Fortuna. Okay, that's what it was. So, and oh my days. I don't know what else to say other than Lewis and Katia tonight. This was perfection on a plate as it was, and this got a score of 39. Craig, I'm gonna have some words with you, my friend, because this was a 10. This was more than a 10. This was like 11 out of 10 or something. And can I just say, Carlos spinning, Karen on the ground, and Karen just stopped dramatically. I was literally like, my breath was actually taken away for about 5 seconds, and the drama, the atmosphere, the intensity, the music choice, this was absolutely phenomenal. And I don't blame the reaction this got, because oh my god, I don't know, apart from Lewis and Katia, the reaction for this was massive, and I still can't get over her getting spinning around on the floor like that. That was epic, and just oh my god, just seeing how far she's came since week one with that jive and where she is now, this is just oh my, this was a Blackpool worthy performance. It really was absolutely phenomenal. And I don't know what else to say other than it was just exceptional to watch. Everything about it was incredible. And yes, wow, it's just I mean, it was just incredible, absolutely phenomenal. Like, this was not just a dance. This was something that deserves to be on the West End in like 2 minutes. Like, I'm not even saying that this. I didn't think I was watching Blackpool. I felt like watching a show on the West End. That was how good it was, and oh my god, the drama to this was incredible. Honestly, this is one for the books. I think for this year, one of the best routines this year, along with Lewis and Katia's couple's choice from Halloween week. Oh, it was just outstanding, and I think she's now really solidified herself to be a real possible contender for the top three. And I could easily see that happen now, because this was just exceptional. So yeah, I don't know what else to say other than it was absolutely phenomenal. Next up, we had Alex and Johannes's couple's choice 2. They did the couple's choice 2. And then we just scroll down. They did a mashup of History Repeating, Look at Me by the Propeller Heads, featuring Shirley Bassey and Jerry Harrowell. So I know Shirley Bassey, but I don't know the other two songs there. They got a score of 35. I would have given this a 9 myself. Um, and could I just say, hearing Alex's VT opening up about her battle with cancer was really kind of heartbreaking to listen to, and seeing her husband being so supportive is just so amazing, and I just love it. That VT really touched my heart, and you know and let's talk about this performance, because I thought this was a great performance. I will admit, I don't think she did much in this routine, and it was still really good, but apparently she actually had an injury. In my opinion, apparently according to her daughter, she had like an injury to her. Was it her? What was it? Was it her arm or something? I can't remember, but I know she confirmed that she's fine and she's gonna continue. And I think yeah I think, just trying to think where it was. I think it was her arm. But I will admit, this dance did feel a little bit flat in my opinion, and I hope she feels better. But overall, I really enjoyed this performance, and she definitely brought that Alex like punch, which I really like. Seeing her take command of the stage. Johannes was fantastic. The way she did the footwork, the hip action was great, and I love the end with the portion of the sparkles. That was really cool. It definitely felt like, I'd say Blackpool was really the go-to place for like stage and showmanship stuff. It really is. And I thought she performed overall really well, even though it wasn't her best. I don't think it was still a great performance overall, and I really enjoyed it myself. And now we go to the final performance of the night, which was George Clark and Alexis doing the salsa to Rock This Party by and basically that song, I can't remember who sings it. And they got a score of 39, and George got his first 10 of the series, which I'm so happy about. And honestly, wow. I mean, this was, for me, without question, his best routine he has done. He let go, he played to the camera, he leaned into the energy of the dance. He just, wow, he really took command of the stage. And can I just say that like lift he did with Alexis was amazing, and even did one of the guy dancers. That was fantastic. And oh my gosh, he really let go with this routine, which was fantastic to see. And he really pulled out all the stops on this performance. It was fantastic watching the whole routine. Just wow. And considering that he's had no stage school acting past, he is just brilliant. He really is brilliant, and just wow. This was, for me, his best performance he's done, and I think he's still want to be a finalist. Like, I think as of right now, my finalist predictions are Lewis, George, and Karen as of right now, but that could change within the next few weeks. But that's what I'm going with right now. So, I mean, this was such a great performance and a very worthy 10 and a great way to end off the Blackpool special. So there you have it. That is my review on the Blackpool special for Strictly Come Dancing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about no one going home? I personally think it was the right call and definitely was fairer as well. But oh my god, this was, I mean, what an episode this was. This was probably the best Strictly episode I've seen in a long time. It really was fantastic. And so next episode we're back to the studio, and someone's going home. So who do you think will be going home? As I'm worried it might be Balvinda because of how many times she's been in the bottom two, but I don't know. I think it could be between Alex or Balvinda, but we'll find out soon enough. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to my review. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what you thought of the Blackpool special. Once again, thank you so much for listening. And of course, I will see you guys next time.